Hello, parents, and welcome to Parent Connect. We are very excited about our show today because we're going to connect with Mrs. Christy July, the Signature Academy Coordinator for the Mobile County Public School System. Welcome, Mrs. July.
Thank you.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
So, Mrs. July, this is the question as parents
Yes,
are
ma'am.
listening. What are Signature Academies?
They are small learning communities that have a career focus. So our goal is to make sure our students are better prepared upon graduation. And in order to do that, we have to be intentional. And so career academies are intentionally focusing our students on what they do well and areas that they may not have as strengths to kind of determine whether post-secondary options are the best fit for them or going to the workforce and what career moving forward they may be interested in.
So this is mainly for high school,
It is for high school.
only high school.
Yes, it is. All of our high schools are wall-to-wall career academies, meaning every 10th through 12th grader has to select an academy and participate in the one of their choice. It's kind of like college. You do get to change your major. We want you to change one time. You
Only
can't
once.
change- only
Only
once.
once.
And I want to make that clear because our goal is to still graduate you in 4 years.
In the time that you're allotted.
Yes, and we want our students to be finishers and completers in something and to have that experience going through from start to finish. So 4 years, and you do get to change once if you feel that that's not the best fit for you. But we encourage our middle school and our elementary schools to also expose students to careers because it's not about graduating high school, it's about what you're going to do after that,
high school.
what you're preparing yourself
And,
for.
and it's certainly something you need to think about before you start high school.
Exactly.
Because by that point,
exactly.
you're limited in the amount of time you have left in school.
Yes, and it's something as simple as what do you want to be when you grow up, or do you know
That-
what
oh,
that
the age-old
profession does?
question.
Yes, and just having those small conversations.
What kind of things
sparks
interest
it.
you?
Exactly, so that they can start thinking about those things and being more conscious and aware that that's something that they need to be concerned about.
So, what are some of the academies that the students
That
in
are
Mobile
offered,
County?
Yes, so we have academies that are big in our region. So we're looking for high wage, high demand careers. So that can range from welding to biomedical sciences, dental.
Very interesting.
Yes, engineering. So we work with our local Chamber of Commerce and also the state of Alabama and other agencies within our region to determine which industries are on the forefront and growing and which industries may be on the downside.
Because you certainly want your students and your children to be involved in those types of careers.
Yes,
The ones that
because-
are going up.
Exactly. We don't want to teach you how to knit. No offense to knitting, but that's
It's
not,
not
a
a-
high
it's
wage,
not a
high demand
career
career
on
in
demand
our
right
region.
now.
Yes, but when it does become one, we're going to gladly engage our students and teach them the skills that they need for that.
So, with the Signature Academies, you do look at what's available here in Mobile County for those students who may say, well, I know I want to do this, this is my career choice, but I may not necessarily want to leave Mobile.
Yes, and it's bigger than Mobile. It is our region, so we're talking about the Gulf Coast area.
Okay.
So it includes a lot more.
Yes, because we have Florida, we have Mississippi, we even have Louisiana very in close proximity to us.
Right, exactly.
So if our students want to stay within this region, we want to be sure they're prepared for that.
That you
good.
offer things that include the whole area.
Exactly.
So I'm a parent and I'm listening now and I'm like, okay, I have a student, maybe a freshman in high school. So what's the process for the Signature Academy?
For them to pick one.
Right.
Yes, so what will happen their 9th grade year is their academy specialist at their school will educate them on all of the academy options.
Everything that's offered at that particular school.
So they get to learn what's available, they assess their own skills and interests, and then they make a selection. And so the academy specialists and the counselors work very closely to make sure that those students are put in the correct
are
classes.
picking the things that they really have a calling for.
and skill for right now. And what we want you to decide is this something that's for you
Right.
or not? And we've had some students say, this is not the direction
Definitely
I want to go
not
in.
the career
Yes,
I wanna-
which
I
is
wanna
good,
follow.
though.
It is at an early
Yes.
At an
point
early
in your
point,
life.
yes.
Right,
Yes,
right.
and that's what we want. We want you to have that exposure so you can make a better decision for yourself now. And so they'll start their classes their 10th grade year.
Okay, so the class starts in 10th grade.
Yes.
So what if that my particular high school, that academy is not for me? Do I have to stay there, or do I have the option to attend an academy at a
change
different school?
schools.
Well, we have multiple academies at each school, so we hope that there's something for you at your school.
your-
Okay.
Yes,
your
our
assigned
goal
school.
is to make sure that you have an academy that's giving you the experiences that you need in meeting your interests, but at the same time, we want you to be a part of that community. So we don't
Your
really
local
want our
community.
kids, yes, jumping from school to school to school throughout high school because number one, you're not going to be
Exactly.
a completer or a finisher. And number two, you're not connecting to that community.
To the
Right.
yes, and
all
to
of
your
the
peers.
all of that's important in high school because
Exactly.
they're still high school
Especially in
kids.
high school.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. We want you to have people that know your name and know what your likes and dislikes are and strengths and weaknesses are.
Exactly. So, and I think the key to that is we do have options within each high school to address the needs of the students.
different
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's a great thing. So, what about parents? How is information? I'm the parent, but my child is coming home saying such and such. Who does the parent need to contact at that high school?
They need to contact the academy specialist. They are your first point of contact. They are able to answer any questions that you have, and if they don't know the answer, they know who to talk to.
And
in
each
order to
high
get
school
those.
has one.
Each high school has one, yes. In worst case, I am always available to talk to parents as well if they want something on the district level versus specific school. But we make sure that we make it as easy for parents as possible because it is about convenience for them too.
Exactly. Well, parents, you've got a lot of information, and hopefully you're writing this all down. As we continue our conversation about the Signature Academies, you will learn more information and get some specifics on the academies. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Renee Phillips, Director of Communication for Mobile County Public Schools and your host of Homeroom. I invite you to join us as we learn about the great things happening in our schools across the county. On Homeroom, you get to meet students and educators who are in our schools every day doing wonderful things. Join us as we take an in-depth look at their stories, issues, people, and policies of the Mobile County Public Schools. That's Homeroom. You can find it weekly right here on the MCPSS TV network.
Welcome back, parents. We are continuing our discussion about the Mobile County Public School System's Signature Academies. So we have with us Ms. Sarah Martin from Davidson High School, and we have Sean with us also, who's a student of the Signature Academy program. Welcome to Parent Connect.
Nice to see you guys.
Thank you.
Morning.
So as we're connecting with parents and they're getting the understanding of the Signature Academy program, Mrs. Martin, tell us about Davidson's Signature Academies.
Sure. So we actually have two signature academies that students can choose to participate in and get a transfer to the school if they're out of district.
See,
It
you
is.
can't go to that one. Okay.
Absolutely. So our first is the EPIC program. It's an engineering program or STEM program with a focus in engineering, biomedical studies, or computer science.
That alone sounds exciting.
It
The
does,
EPIC
right.
program.
Thank you. So we have a lot of students that choose to participate in that if they're interested in a STEM career,
bet.
Right.
anything to do with medicine or engineering or the growing field of computer science.
Yes.
Right.
And then we also have the International Baccalaureate program. We're one of two schools in the district to offer that program. And many of our students choose to participate in both. So that's a really nice thing.
That you can participate
Absolutely,
in both.
right. And Sean is one of those. His primary or signature is IB. But he also participates in the EPIC program and is one of our EPIC ambassadors as well. So he helps us recruit and kind of speak to our business partners about the program.
So how do the business partners fit into the Signature Academy program?
So many of them offer summer internship positions for the students.
That's always great.
Yeah, we're gearing up for that right now. Actually, have a lot of students sitting for their
Gives you
interviews.
that hands-on to what you chose.
Yes,
The academy chose.
invaluable experience
Right.
for the students. They help us with mock interviews. They participate in guest speaking.
All the things that you would
Moments in
need
the
for once you
classroom.
are out of high school.
Yes,
Right. Kind of
Yes.
college prep. And
Right.
I would think that's a part of the Signature Academy. So Sean, as you're a part of both programs, tell us about how do you feel about being in a Signature Academy?
So I would say that, especially my experience at Davidson, obviously I can't speak to the Signature Academies at large, but the Signature
our
Academy that
school.
I'm a part of, I can't imagine having gone through high school without having been a part
That
of it.
speaks a lot. Speaks a lot.
Both of them actually. So IB is what has sort of, because I'm in IB and EPIC, IB has sort of guided what I've done on my class schedule, what has happened to me, and what I've gone through in a classroom setting, but EPIC has supplemented so much along the way. Every year with EPIC, we have an EPIC field day, we have an e-week, and
So there's different activities that go along with it.
yeah, it's not just
Take
the
class.
classes that you
Right.
take.
Just the
Exactly,
class.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. And so EPIC has provided things like the e-week that we do each year, which caps off each year with our Friday EPIC field day. And each year, Ms. Martin and fellow teachers come brainstorm as much as they can and stew up some sort of idea, some sort of activity that we can participate in, and that really challenges us to use our engineering mindsets, use the 9 steps of the engineering process that we learned since
it a
our
step
first year.
further.
Right,
Right.
exactly, and really, use paper and popsicle sticks and pipe cleaners
Hands-on.
to
Yes,
build
very much
safes or
so.
airplanes or whatever. So yeah, it's it's a constant being drawn out of the classroom and into the real world scenarios that
And
you hope
I
to
like
apply
it,
it
what
to.
he just said, the real world, because that's what it is. And as you're moving to the next step with post-secondary, do you feel like the Signature Academy has kind of given you that extra that you need, and even solidify what you want to major in college?
That has guided you.
Absolutely, and something even they're really small aspects that coming in you don't expect to be as important as they are. But with our EPIC Academy, in your first year, your freshman year, every student is expected to take an Engineering the Future course. We call it ETF, and that course has since the beginning of the EPIC program has stayed with me as something that I didn't expect to be one of the most important things, but was really valuable. And as I got through, it introduced me to a lot of concepts that I wasn't familiar with.
Right.
Specifically, computer-aided design is something that you end up doing, and we end up actually designing our own solutions to problems and then 3D printing them and becoming really
Wow.
acquainted
That's
with,
really
with the
exciting.
process
Yeah.
that a lot of cutting-edge modern developers use to in the biomedical field, in the civil engineering field. It's just really valuable
And
skills.
that
Right.
is part of what you want in a Signature Academy, to open your eyes and see different aspects, because there are things, different careers that you might, follow through after high school.
Mrs. Martin, if your students all have the same energy and enthusiasm as this young man,
Yes.
I can only imagine as the Signature Academy specialist, what are some of the things that you have seen that you would like to share with parents to encourage them to make sure that their children participate?
Well, I think it's always neat, a couple of things. One, when a student finds that they really are passionate or love something that they had no idea they were
And they
even
know that
interested
that's
in.
gonna be their thing.
Right. So ETF that Sean mentioned kind of gives them an overview of the different areas of the EPIC program. And sometimes the student comes in intimidated by computers, but they kind of dabble in a little bit of that and realize, hey, I'm kind of good at this. This is interesting, or the same thing for engineering, or whatever the field may be. And it's also really rewarding when a student is faced with a challenge, and sometimes for the first time coming into high school, and they're just encouraged to stick with it, and then they persevere and overcome that and
Overcome it.
realize that they're capable of more than they realized that they were. So
Wow.
that's really rewarding.
Well, parents, let me tell you, if you all aren't excited, I'm excited for you. And Carmen, I think
I'm
maybe
excited
we
'cause I'll
might
have
need
a
to
high
visit.
schooler eventually,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly. So as we continue our discussion on Signature Academies, just sit back and hold back, and we'll continue the discussion. Thank you.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
When parents are involved in school, you get more of this and less of this.
All right, parents, we are keeping this conversation going regarding the Mobile County Public School System Signature Academies. So we are here now with Mrs. Lauren Rogers and Kiera Hinton from Murphy High School. Welcome, ladies.
Nice to see y'all.
Yes.
Okay, so Mrs. Rogers, we're learning so much today. We're giving our parents some tidbits and nuggets about Signature Academies. Tell us about Murphy High School.
At Murphy High School, our Signature Academy is our Murphy University Center. And within this academy, we have two pathways. We have our early college pathway, which is a partnership with the University of Alabama. And then we have our International Baccalaureate program as well. And so we have students who choose to do one pathway or the other, or they do both pathways.
So you do have some that choose to do both.
Yes, we do. So and both pathways allow for students to earn college credits while they are in high school.
Right, when you mentioned University of Alabama, how does that fit in with
So-
Murphy University?
Yes, so we are fortunate enough to have a partnership with the University of Alabama. It is a web-based program, and so students take classes online while they are at Murphy High School. Some students have room in their schedule to take these classes, and then some of them choose to do it on their own time, maybe before or after school if they're taking a
Well,
full
that's
load.
neat.
It's a lot
Because
of
then you're still
commitment.
able to participate, yes, and a big
Exactly.
commitment from the
Yeah.
student.
Yes, so the classes are web-based, but we do have professors that come down twice a semester. We have a lecture hall, and they are able to teach the classes in that lecture hall for
So you
those students.
still have that teacher-student
Yes.
relationship.
Exactly. So, and they're able to meet with the professors, ask them questions in regards to their classes, and also in regards to college life in general.
And that gives that experience when you talk about a university.
Yes,
You know, and
exactly.
from a high school student standpoint, I'm getting a chance to see
What
it's
university is
going
going to be.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Kiera, tell us, how do you feel? Which program are you in?
I'm in the Murphy University program with UA Early College. And to me, it's really helping because I know I'm going to go to college soon and I won't be like stressed when I go. I'll be like, okay, I have to get this done and this done.
It's giving you an opportunity to see it beforehand.
Because we have to work on our time management because there won't be a teacher like on our back about, hey, this is due today.
Remember those
Yes,
days?
back in the real world.
Right, right.
You'll have to do it yourself.
But we're not completely like left by ourselves. We will still have help from our Miss Booth because she like runs it almost, and she still helps us like, hey, I see that you're struggling a little bit. Do you need any help with this?
Are you getting a little behind?
Then our professors are also very hands-on with us.
So,
'Cause-
what do you think is the difference, even from your not being in the Murphy University program to this year? What do you see as a difference between learning as a part of the Signature Academy versus not being in there?
I think the difference is like how they teach. Like, cause with UA you have to like teach yourself almost, but they'll still have like videos like this is gonna help you with this video. This book is gonna help you. But whenever
Teaches you to be more disciplined yourself, which is very important.
and when I was with like in freshman year, like the teachers were there and I could always just walk up to them
Right.
and say like, hey, what's something I could do? Like what book, like what page? But it really teaches you to like learn yourself, try to do it yourself. But
The responsibilities of
Exactly.
one that mainly you're going to have when you're out of high school. Gives you that head start.
Yes.
Exactly. So, Mrs. Rogers, and parents are watching. So, what are some things that you would like to say to parents as they're listening and they're hearing early college? My child is in high school, but they're connected with the University of Alabama. They're connected with IB. What are some things that you would like to say to encourage parents?
Don't be intimidated by the programs.
Right.
These are wonderful opportunities for our students. And I mean, I wish, whenever I was in high school, I had these
know.
opportunities.
I know.
Because
Exactly.
I think about these students that are graduating, and they're graduating with enough credits to where they are almost sophomores in college.
Wow.
We
That's
make sure
amazing.
that
It
they
is, it
still
is.
are, on that brink to where they can get freshman scholarships if they need to. But they have so many credits under their belt already with these programs. And the main thing is, encourage your kids to step out of their comfort zone and to really take advantage of the opportunities. A lot of times, kids, they hear the announcements, they hear what's going on, but they don't go
exactly.
home and talk about it. And
Yes.
so then parents call us and they're like, I didn't know this was an option. And we're trying to get that message out so that parents can make sure that their students are taking advantage of what we offer
That
them.
they stay more in touch also with the school itself to know about these great
Because
opportunities.
we're constantly posting on social media, make sure that you check this out and on our school website, because we want kids to have the full experience to be college and career ready.
To have the opportunity, if you choose to do it, at least you know it's there, and if you chose not to do it, that's fine, but you knew that the opportunity was there.
And I think that, like you were saying, don't be intimidated.
Yes.
So, Kiera, if you had to do a promo for some students, some freshmen, sophomores, what's something that you would say to them to encourage them to do the Signature Academy
To do the
program?
program.
Honestly, I would tell them, like, go for it. Like, you can't just back down and just not do anything about it, because you're going to regret it later.
Right.
Because this is going to help, like, in the long run, honestly. So that's something I would tell them, like, just do it. Because
Just do it. I like that. Just do it. Okay, so parents, you all heard it. And if you don't know, now you know. Just do it. We'll continue our conversation, and we'll see you all in a few. Thank you.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it. Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Welcome back, parents, as we continue our discussion on the Mobile County Public School System's Signature Academies. So we're here with Mr. Isaac Taylor from Faulkner Career Technical Center, and we have William Root with us this morning. Welcome.
Nice to see you guys.
So tell us about Faulkner.
Well, we are a technical school. We are a part of Mobile Public School System. All right, so basically what we have programs that are related to workforce development. So what we're doing right now, we have welding, we have graphic designs, we have carpentry, we have automotive, and we have collision repair.
We have
nursing.
several different ones.
Yes, we have
nursing.
Yeah, so these trades are basically what Mobile Public School System deemed to be the most popular for its job experience.
Exactly.
So we're trying to get kids ready, prepared for the workforce as soon as they graduate from high school.
I like that. So as soon as you graduate, what are some of the things that take place, like with your program, Mr. Taylor, working with your students? We know you're teaching them, but what else goes along with that? The hands-on experience and other opportunities.
Well, the hands-on experience is wonderful because it gives the students an opportunity to actually repair hands-on on each vehicles. And we have customer vehicles, we have teacher vehicles, we have students able to bring their personal vehicles to school.
To work on them.
Yeah, to do hands-on things, and it makes the program a lot of fun when you get to see a student actually repair his own vehicle.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. And I've
Very
been through your
exciting.
program.
Yeah.
And just the level of professionalism and to see the students just really excited and energetic about what they're doing.
Yeah.
So when you look at when they leave Faulkner, how many of your students actually go into the workforce?
To those fields.
We would say probably about 30 to 40% of the students actually go into the field of collision repair technology. And that's a good number compared
That's
to
a
the number of
great
students
number.
that we actually have.
Exactly.
So right now we are working to get that number a little bit higher, maybe shooting for like 50% of the students to actually go in the field. But the field is broad, so it can be not just a collision repair, but estimate writing.
Okay.
That's
other
true. It
parts
does
of it.
cover several
Yes.
different areas.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so William, tell us about what are you doing at Faulkner?
I've been in the collision repair program since last semester, and we do a lot of great stuff there. It's really great opportunity to learn these career skills that will help us get a job and move
Right.
into the workforce.
So what are some things that you've learned versus being sitting in a traditional classroom? being at Faulkner? What are some things that you've learned, and how do you feel that it's really preparing you for the path that you want to take?
We've learned all types of body work, from stripping the car completely down to the bare metal to completely repainting it and fixing all the dents, all the small little repairs and everything, and really making the car look like it could have just rolled off the showroom floor.
Wow, that's wonderful, Mr.
Yes,
Taylor.
because you guys are, high school students, so that is a lot of work.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the hands-on piece, because when, we sit in the classroom, we learn, and I know you all still classroom over there, but to be able to put what you've learned, actually put it to use. Right.
Really, the only way to learn to do this kind of work, you can go through the textbook, which we actually have an online textbook, iCar, and we get a certification for that, which can be great for when you're looking for a job. You can show it to your employer.
Right. You already have that certification.
Really, the only way to learn how to truly do it is getting in there hands-on and
working
doing all
on
your
the
work.
vehicles.
Right.
So, Mr. Taylor, they can leave the program with endorsements and certifications, because I know that's big in the work when you walk on a job and you have that on your resume.
Yes, and most of the business and industry, they recognize ASE certification and ICAR. We offer both of those certifications to the students, and we majority of our students are going to leave the program with an ICAR certification, which is the #1 certification for collision repair.
And that's great. Not only do you have your high school diploma, but you have the certification, so you're ready to enter the work field.
Yes.
And do you all partner with any businesses in the area?
I'm glad you mentioned that. We are partnered with Councilman Automotive, and we're now just partnering up with Mars Aviation, which is a part of Airbus.
Awesome.
That is.
So this is going to be really big next year. We're looking forward to the new adventure we're going to have with Mars and putting them on the map.
Giving more students the opportunity.
Yes, yes.
So do you all also have internships for your students?
Yes, ma'am. Mobile Public School System itself offers an internship within the school system, and we also have partnerships with like Joe Bullard, Bay Chevrolet.
Different businesses
Yes,
do internships
yes.
as well.
It gives them an opportunity to see what's involved in actually day-to-day operations of a collision repair center.
And that we're growing our own, because if they're interning in the school system, and then when you all go out into these different the partnerships in the community, then they're able to have some first-class picks from students fresh out of the classroom
high school.
and current with trends and whatever you're learning. That's great. That's great.
And their certifications and all.
Right, right. So, William, if we have some parents listening and they may have pulled their kids in to listen, what's something that you would like to say to students and their parents about taking advantage of the program at Faulkner?
I would like to say that, like when y'all were in school, not saying y'all are older.
We're not. Go ahead.
But they really have presented us with great opportunities to be able to move straight into the workforce without having a necessity for college or anything like that. But it would give us a great certification if we did want to major in something in college, and give us a great opportunity for scholarships.
Exactly.
And I think it really is a great program. We have a lot of fun there.
And that is
you learn a lot of
fun
skills.
as well.
And
Having
even
a
if
good
you
time.
don't go into the field, you still have all these skills, and you can work on your own car
On
at
your own
home
vehicle,
without having
yes.
to take it into a body shop.
That's wonderful. So, Mr. Taylor, any parting words for parents who are watching?
Yes, we want you guys to make sure that when you come in to register students for Mobile Public School System, that we'll have a booth in front of the schools, and stop by, talk to us. Let's try to find something that they would be interested in, whether it's welding or nursing. We like to give all the students the opportunity to go to T.L. Faulkner Collision.
All right, thank you. So parents, you've heard it today. Whatever you are interested in for your child, and most importantly, what's your child's path in life? Please take advantage of the Mobile County Public School System's programs. Thank you, parents, and we'll connect again soon.
Bye.
Thank you.